Hi all, first off we're going to start with reviewing the beans that we're using for our roast. We are using the Yirgacheffe green coffee beans from Ethiopia. This is them when they are first placed in the roaster. They're still in the completely green bean form. Now this is about halfway through. We are using a 777 method to roast our beans, and then this is them fully completed, and this is when the fully darker color changes comes through. This is going to be our AeroPress setup with the water and grinder and everything, and then this is London setting up her Clever Brewer process over there as well. Sorry if that was loud, guys. I just wanted y'all to be able to hear the water boiling sound. That way, if you're working on another part of your setup process, you could hear that as kind of like a trigger to make sure to check it. Or even though it does have an automatic shut off, still one that way you could go ahead and start your brews. And
I'm taking
alright,
videos.
guys. So now we're going to be looking at the Clever Dripper process. Just a quick little overview of how you have your filter and then the water and the grounds inside. And then this is going to be a quick little overview of the AeroPress. So this is just showing you the water, the grounds, and everything inside the apparatus. Okay guys, so this is Zola showing y'all how the AeroPress the brew method actually goes through. So here she has flipped the AeroPress apparatus over into a cup, and she has begun to plunge the grounds in the water that have been mixing for the past 5 minutes, or brewing for the past 5 minutes. She's pressing them down through the filter cap, and then the mixture that is coming through, so the coffee that is coming through comes through little pores, as little droplets at a time, to give you this brewed cup of coffee. You can also use a metal filter if you would like. We chose to go with the paper filter because we thought it gave a better taste versus the metal filter. We thought the metal filter kind of brought a little metallic-y taste, which could be assumed using a metal apparatus, but we thought the paper filter would be better to use here. Also, the process that you're seeing right now, we do have to do this process 3 times over the entirety of our brew for the 925 grams. So this is the mechanics of the Clever Dripper process. It's a lot easier versus the AeroPress. Once you have your brew time equal to 5, once we've hit that 5-minute mark, you just place it over the cup that you want the brew, and then it will go in there. So this is going to be an overview of our mass balance. It's fairly simple. You have the AeroPress, which is our system, and then you have the mass of the dry grounds and the mass of the H2O as your inlet. The mass of the brewed coffee is your outlet. Your mass of the spent wet grounds are going to be your waste stream, and then you have an evaporation, which is just an exit stream. So the mass balance is going to be the mass of the brewed coffee is equal to the mass of the dry grounds plus the mass of H2O minus the mass of spent grounds and minus the evaporation. It's the same for that in the Clever Dripper. You could neglect evaporation though, since it really doesn't have that much of an effect. So this is our energy scoring sheet from the design process competition. This is just going over our roast profile for the first step of the score sheet. This is the second part of the energy score sheet. This is where you get the energy used from the water, and this is where you can also calculate your energy penalty. Since we brewed over 925 grams, though, we did not have an energy penalty, so we can neglect that and just get a 0. This is our TDS evaluation and also our percent extraction evaluation for our contest brew, and then our calculations below are as follows. Alright guys, so this is a cost breakdown. So the minimum wage in Alabama is $7.25. That means that it would take in cost for a company, it would take $3.60 roughly to produce this carafe of coffee. Seeing as the carafe is 925 grams though, and a 12-ounce cup of coffee is $3.60, you're scaling up that at 260 or 2.6 times the amount to get from a 12-ounce cup to that. Labor costs are around $1.30 per 12-ounce cup of coffee if you look at it just for cup basis. Though for my daily coffee, when I've calculated the values, I've gotten my daily coffee down to, for already roasted beans, is 69 cents a day. Again, scaling that up 2.6 times, you're looking at closer to around $2-ish. The green beans that aren't already roasted, you have to roast yourself. The price is a little bit cheaper, but they're around the same, so you're still looking in a price range of a little around $2, which is already half of what a cup of coffee costs you.